Sound. Hey everybody, welcome back to Wegs Garage. Remember us? I've just got a quick update today, but I'm really excited to show you our rebuilt cylinder head for our 1964 Triumph TR4. Gonna go over all the work we had done on it and address a few questions we've had since we took the head off, and that'll be it. It's just a quick update this week. Stay tuned. Alright, so this looks probably a little different than the last time you saw it. This is our head. We had kind of a full valve job done on this cylinder head. Now, I want to go over kind of what that actually consists of, because when we started this project, we actually didn't really know what that meant to have the valve job done. So, here's basically what they do at the machine shop when you bring your head in. First off, take everything off the head, strip it down, clean it up, and then they inspect it to make sure there aren't any cracks or issues with the casting itself. Once that checks out, then the machining work kind of starts to take place. Down here on the underside, you can see where probably the most important part is, and that is getting the valve seats right. Now, on an old head like this, if it hasn't already been done, they will put in hardened valve seats underneath the valves themselves, and that allows you to use unleaded gasoline with an old cast iron head like this. Our head actually happened to already have valve seats in it, interestingly enough. So in this case, all they had to do was clean them up and make them to sort of the new valves, which are very nice and shiny. You can see all 8 of them right here. They install everything for you. They put the valves in. On the other side, they put the springs and the keepers and everything in place, which is something that does require some special tools to get everything pressed into place. So that was nice. We didn't have to have that. We had one broken stud here on the manifold side that was pulled out and replaced. And then the final thing they do, well, it's probably not the final thing. It's actually probably one of the first things, but they just skim a little bit of steel off the surface here to make sure that the head gasket surface is nice and flat. All right, the last thing I want to do is just address a couple questions. Definitely getting a lot of great comments and support on this, and a lot of advice and tips. One tip that I have definitely heard, and I'm hearing from a lot of people, and I definitely understand where you're coming from, is that we should actually rebuild the bottom end while we're at it, that we're kind of a little bit of false economy here, or we should at least replace probably the camshaft. I guess my comment for that is we're here in South Dakota. It is late September. In a few months, this car won't be leaving the garage for a long time, thanks to a nice long winter. So if we find out that things still aren't working right after we put this head back on, in my opinion, all we're really out is a $40 head gasket and some time, and we'll have a nice winter project instead. So we're gonna try and get this car back on the road before the snow flies, and if it doesn't work right, we'll take it from there. But we're pretty confident that everything's going to be okay, at least for a little while. I mean, someday maybe we'll rebuild the bottom end, but for now, we're just going to put it back together and see what happens. All right, so that's all I got for this week. You might be wondering why this video is like this and not us putting the head on, and that's because, unfortunately, life kind of got in the way here a little bit. We were waiting for the head, and then I've been gone for work and just a few things getting in the way, but we're going to get this head back on actually today, but you might not see that video for a couple weeks. If you want updates sooner than that, go check out the Wegs Garage Instagram. We'll have some updates on there. Until then, take care. We'll see you next time.
Start it.
Yep.
Fire in the hole. About 16.